So, talk to me about the moment you realized you had product market fit.
The moment we had product market fit was actually at a major university here in the US, major research university,
Mhm.
that was brought to us by one of our partners, a transcription company. And they were manually building table of contents around their very technical videos, has to do with genomics. And the people who actually mapped the genome back in the 90s, they have a huge library, 600 hours of very technical interviews with the greatest minds in the world around genetics. And they figured out you needed a table of contents and they couldn't find it and they manually were doing it themselves. So then they found
Mhm.
us. Anyway, so we did a deal with them and then they are part of a state university. We had to hit we had to get through the contracting people and then the accessibility people. And that's fine. So we met with the accessibility team. And so, lovely woman, she asked us to make a couple of changes to our player to be more
Mhm.
compliant with the, I think it's called a WCAG standard for making web pages compliant. So it
Mhm.
took us 2 or 3 weeks to do that. And we went back to her. We said, here, we've made the changes you've asked. We'd like to show it to you. And of course, this is during the pandemic, so everything happens over Zoom. And so she looks at it and then she says, my God. And my heart sunk. I'm like, oh my God, what? You know? And she said, this is unbelievable for people with disabilities. I said, really? Why do you say that? She said, well, if you're blind, you use a screen reader. And with this product now, you can take your screen reader, read the summaries of the chapters, and then
Mhm.
decide, do you want to listen to it? And then you can tab through it. And she said, this is a game changer like that. And she said, and if you're hearing impaired, if you're deaf, you have to read the entire transcript. To a transcript of a 1 hour lecture is probably 200 pages, and you don't know what's there because you have no roadmap. There's no GPS available for
Mhm.
it. And she said, and if you're learning, if you have like a attention deficit, you have some neurodiverse learning disability, you need the structure of the table of contents in order to stay engaged on it. And that's when I realized we were a fit. And then finally she says to me, Jeff, you don't have to have a disability to like your product. So I just kind of smiled. I said, yeah, I agree. Thank you so much. So that's the day I realized we had product market fit.
Amazing. It's this every time I hear somebody describe it, it's always this like kind of resignated, I get it kind of feeling where you could just feel it sinking in that there's a deeper level of understanding.
That and I feel the weight of everything that we were carrying because we had a lot of investment, we had a lot of people's time, we had a lot of careers
Mhm.
riding on it. And at that moment in time, I felt it lifted off my shoulders. I said, this is going to be okay. It's going to work
Mhm.
out.